friends! Welcome to your fun and thrilling channel. Let's get started. The hero of today's episode is Lawrence McKinney. He spent 31 years in prison after being falsely accused of a crime. What's strange about our story is the reason they sentenced him to 115 years in prison. But what's even stranger, my friends, is the compensation he received after 31 unjust years behind bars. Don't go anywhere, my friends. Stay with us to uncover the full story. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our latest content. You can further support the channel on Patreon through the link in the description box, enabling us to continue bringing you exciting and fresh content. Your support makes a significant difference for us. Lawrence McKinney. Our story unfolds in the year 1977. Lawrence McKinney, age 22, resided in Memphis, Tennessee. He was a young man with a penchant for alcohol. McKinney had a close friend named Michael Jansen, and they rarely parted ways. McKinney often frequented Jansen's house for drinks and TV. On the night of October 2, 1977, McKinney, as was his custom, went to his friend Jansen's house to watch TV and drink alcohol, as usual. Suddenly, there was a loud, aggressive knock at the door. Instead of answering, Jansen bolted, hiding inside a closet. With confusion etched on his face, McKinney asked why his friend was hiding. Before he could get an answer, the door was broken down, and the police stormed in, arresting him on the spot. McKinney looked to his friend for answers, but Jansen's silent retreat into the closet spoke volumes. 115 years in prison. Upon arriving at the police station, McKinney demanded to know the reason for his arrest. The detective's response was shocking. A woman living nearby had been raped in her home after two burglars broke in and stole some of her belongings, including the television. They then assaulted her after threatening her with a knife they had. She claimed to recognize one of the men, who happened to be McKinney. The news hit McKinney like a thunderbolt, and he vehemently denied the accusation, insisting that he hadn't left his house at the time of the crime. However, he found no one to listen to or believe him. The tragedy was that his friend confessed to everything but omitted that McKinney was with him. The police decided to imprison the suspects pending further investigation into the case. 5 days into the arrest, Jansen changed his confession, stating that McKinney was with him. On October 7, 1977, both men were charged with rape and burglary, with their trials scheduled for July 1978. McKinney was sentenced to 115 years in prison, 100 years for rape and 15 years for burglary. Despite all his attempts to clear his name, McKinney found no one to hear him out. Nevertheless, he didn't lose hope, and his final attempt was to request DNA testing, which was met with refusal by the court. Innocence after 31 years. After 31 years since the verdict, McKinney's request for a DNA test was finally granted by the court. In January of 2009, they conducted a DNA test on the victim's bedsheet and compared it to McKinney's DNA. The analysis revealed 3 genetic markers that did not belong to McKinney, proving that he wasn't present during the crime. Consequently, the court dropped all charges against him and ordered his release. After spending 31 years, 9 months, and 18 days unjustly incarcerated, McKinney was finally free. However, his freedom came with a meager compensation from the Tennessee Department of Corrections, a mere $75. Yes, my friends, just $75 for 31 wasted years behind bars. Can you believe it? But McKinney faced another hurdle. He couldn't cash the check for 3 months because he didn't have proper identification. And so, McKinney began his legal battle. He first demanded the documents proving his innocence. However, one of the parole boards doubted the DNA test results and rejected his request in 2016. This continued until December 2017 when Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam intervened, opposing the board's decision and presenting the DNA test results to everyone, leading to McKinney's exoneration. Compensation of $1 million. McKinney subsequently filed a claim for compensation for the 31 unjust years he spent behind bars. He stated that his 20s, 30s, and 40s were wasted while he was in prison, unable to learn, work, or buy a home. He pursued a lawsuit seeking maximum compensation, with his lawyers advocating for the highest possible settlement. After a period of legal battles, McKinney was awarded compensation in the amount of $1 million to be paid out in installments. With this newfound financial security, McKinney embarked on a new life, striving to reclaim the years unjustly taken from him behind bars. In 2010, he married a woman he had corresponded with during his time in prison. Reflecting on his experience, McKinney expressed that he harbored no resentment towards anyone, despite having spent more than half of his life incarcerated. He stated, "All I ask is to be treated correctly and fairly for what happened to me. I didn't do anything wrong, and I just want to be treated right." My friends, what do you think of McKinney's story? Is it reasonable to think that $1 million can make someone forget 31 lost years of their life behind bars? Is it enough to compensate for years lost and enable him to start anew? I await your thoughts and comments on this matter. Stay well. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, consider supporting the channel on Patreon, linked in the description box. Your support makes a difference, allowing us to continue bringing you exciting and fresh content. Stay tuned for more updates.